because I definitely want to learn how to synergize you guys a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about some of the things as I'm watching it unfold. I'm like, our chatter isn't somehow it's not triggering what it needs to trigger, right? So it's sort of like, yeah, the timing was just off there. Like if we would have known to go right then and there, we could have taken better advantage of that. And so just little things like that. And then I'm thinking, was I talking? No, not at all. I wasn't talking during that. Like in the clams game was a perfect example. I didn't let anybody know that I was near to scoring the super clam. I'm just like, oh, we're in. It's like, okay, nice. I can't get there though. And I guess, some of it's situational. I was battling the brush out there, and the opportunity didn't really present itself until I was like right by the basket. But knowing that if I beat the brush, I might get that opportunity, I should have called that out. I should have said, "Look, I'm battling brush by basket. If I win this, I have to say it shorter than that, obviously." But
one thing you could do there is just say, "I'm battling brush next basket," and that lets us know that you need help, and we come over there and help you.
Yeah.
So
I was able to get the brush down, and then the clams he dropped were what I picked up to put it in. But it's like just some type of communication, so you knew where I was at, would have helped a lot.
Or you can say, for anymore, you can say close to push, need support.
Yeah, that's not going to.
Because that can be for Rainmaker, tower control.
Yeah, and I think also, I mean, as I watched that replay more and more, where the support really would have factored in big time was when I was going down below for more clams. If I had had a teammate there, that might have went differently too. We might have actually able to score a couple more clams on there.
Right.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with Koopa. Can you guys see the stream into the chat?
Yes.
Okay. I think I agree with Koopa. Let's not waste our time. How much time do you guys have to play?
A little bit. So I was actually hoping that we'd have Hinata, for doing the VOD review, and I know you're set up to record, so she could watch the recording. But if we wanted to work on playing, I'm definitely up for that as well.
Well, I say let's just watch the ones where we played as a full team, and because those are the ones we did the worst in, because we got buzzsawed.
Well, yeah. So that sounds good. Let's watch at least one or two of those anyway.
Okay, which ones should we?
We can do the Mako Mart was a quick KO, but I actually saw a lot in there we can talk about. There's a Mako Mart zones.
Okay. How should we watch this? Should we just watch it from random perspectives, or?
So I watched it from all 8. Whatever you guys want to watch it from, I'm good with.
Yeah, we can just go one at a time if you want. Those aren't long games.
I always find watching the overhead perspective does help to see how everyone's positioning.
True, we could do that as well, I thought.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I haven't seen it from that perspective, so that works.
Yeah. And really quickly, I want to say, I think the best thing we can do is work on what callouts we want to say.
Yes.
Now go watch this. Let's out quickly.
And just even having like a little thing at the front, like what was our plan of attack even here? We just kind of all
here. We're all grouped up and they're spread out.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So here comes the flank on the left.
The duelers come in.
Yeah, we're still kind of grouped in that corner. That's how we all get. Yes, we're way too close together, and they surrounded us.
So
one left, one right. They came in on top.
And bear in mind, we were tagged. We were all tagged. So they knew exactly where we were too. So Koopa, you were doing a good job. You were hiding kind of on the ramp, kind of below the block there. And I think you were trying to bait them in at that point, which was fine, except you were tagged, so they knew exactly where you were.
Back, you were there too.
Yeah.
Definitely one stage where I don't do well with a splatling, because they, like, you see Bob Ross right under that ledge there with that bucket.
So that's later. So I think this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, at the beginning of the stage, knowing this was the stage, having some type of setup plan that we want to get to. Like, if you are playing a splatling, where do we want you positioned? And then how can we best
positions for me as a splatling are on the what are they called?
Well, the stacks. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay,
I need the left or right stack. But if I'm on the left stack, I need somebody watching the left alley.
Well, that's the point that I'm making. So the point that I'm making is that if we have a plan ahead of time that we know we're going to want to position you on left stack, we've got to support that movement, right? Right. And so being able to call in the dualies coming in, they were doing a flank maneuver the whole way. I was actually on top of left stack for a little bit, and painting the top of the left stack kept them off of the left stack, but they, of course, just went down below into the alley. And I actually got the trade there, but everybody else got wiped out right about the same time that I got the trade. And then from then on, they kind of had us, because that's actually a pretty easy lockout map, especially with the weapons they had versus what we had.
Yeah.
Yep. I think in this case, we needed a lot more bombs, because what's happening is they had so much paint on the ground, and whenever I use front lines, I'm used to having bombs, and so I kept on
they just pushed us back.
And so at this point, no jumping down, and we were, we had a little bit of room to jump down, like in the first comeback, but that's actually what they were camping. Like they were giving us the room to jump down, so that they would come in and wipe us out, which is exactly what they did. And then by that time they could get completely up under the ledges so that we couldn't even drop down, Yep.
Yeah.
So, and there were a couple of things. So like I think Hinata, how did she say you say it again? Because I want to get it kind of right anyway.
It's Hinata.
Hinata. Okay.
Constant Summings is pronounced differently, but I can never remember it. She's told me it so many times. Yeah. So I just call her Hinata.
So there was like one little awareness thing there where there was someone on the left that sort of surprised her, but from her vantage, should have been able to see it, but it was just kind of, one little thing there. There was a couple places where I dropped down, and it was just on, I had a bad bomb placement. I dropped down when I shouldn't have dropped down. Of course, by that time they were rolling us anyway. Yeah. Kamikaze, you played fine. I think it was just you were kind of out there by yourself, and you couldn't battle them that way. Same with you, Koopa. In fact, Koopa, I saw you actually kind of trying to come to one of us and kind of try to help us out, but it was just too much firepower on their side.
Yeah.
I
agree. I think I need to figure out exactly like when to push in, because I still have some ideas of what's happening, because I play against teams like that, but I still have a problem with pushing in. I've always had that problem. So
yeah.
So I think recognizing
like this is until we get a couple picks, we're just gonna get.
But we need a plan. Right, we need a plan to get a couple picks. We can't. I don't think against a team. So like in an equal matchup where we have the equal skill level, and Koopa's up there, but you know what I'm saying, where we have like an equal skill level.
Right.
We might be able to get away with that. We might be able to do some 1v1s and get a couple of pickoffs and then be able to move in. But against a team like that, we were not going to get that. No. And so we need to pick. We need to say, okay, everybody, let's pull back. Let's overload the left side, for example.
Right.
Everybody, get over to the left, build up special, protect me. I'm going toward left stack, and that way they all have to rotate over to left stack. And as they're rotating over to left stack, we can hopefully get a couple of picks in that, because they're not necessarily going to be expecting all 4 of us to run over there. They may see it, they may call it out, but it's not something. It takes them out of position because they were all equally distributed across that front there.
Yeah.
Their pencil didn't have to do anything.
No.
Their pencil's a really good player, and all they did was provide a couple of coolers. They actually didn't even have to do anything in this game.
The other thing is, excuse me. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's just special timing as well. Like if we're getting backed up like this, we need to because we had Splashdown, Rain, Trizuka, and Inkvac. If we need to learn the timing of how quickly it takes to get our specials together, get that time more familiarized with each other, and be able to coordinate our specials. And what do you think?
Honestly,
what do you think is a better strategy? Everyone launches them at once, or stagger them? Okay, I'll launch mine. You launch yours.
It depends on the specials we have in the map we have, right? So I think, and it depends on if we're trying to wipe them out or if we're trying to take zone. Because I think, I'm not going to take the zone with the Trizuka.
No.
I can keep them out of the zone with the Trizuka, and I can go for kills with the Trizuka, but I'm not going to take the zone with the Trizuka.
Well, I would say something like that we have here, having Hinata limit their movements with the Ink Storm, which would let me pick them off with the Inkvac. Anyone left over, you could get with the Trizuka, then Koopa could cap the zone with a splashdown.
Yeah. That is the strategy. I think it really just depends on the situation, because you're never going to have all your specials at the same time unless you're just really locked out and you're like spending 10, 15 seconds on it.
Right.
So what you really want to do is you want to improvise.
Right.
So like for the Inkvac, what you'd want to do is you want to help the Zuka and then try to get the zone with the shot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm considering a situation like this where we need to get them off our backs. We need to coordinate the special in that way.
So
Then yes.
So I think one thing that Koopa came up with, having bombs was pretty critical there. We didn't have a lot, and I think in a situation where we're getting locked out like that, placing the bombs below our ledges to keep them backed off so that they're not sharking us, I think, is pretty key.
Technically, the only bomb we had was yours.
Yeah, and so that's a problem too. So I think we're going to have to watch that with our comps, because that's pretty much put us in a dead meat situation in the first place.
Yeah, because if I'm trapped up on a ledge, my ink mine is garbage.
Yeah. So ink mine is going to work if we're better than the other team, or if we're equal competition. If the other team's better than us, ink mine is almost like wishful thinking, right? Like it's kind of like.
Well, I was playing for the VAC, and like my wanting to do VAC to you, that didn't work.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. The VAC's kind of the same way, right? So I think the skill level should play into the specials that we're going to use too, because really good players are not really going to get hurt by the VAC that much. They know how to approach that, and unless we're coordinating with the VAC, like you're talking about with the specials and pushes, I don't know how effective it really can be.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quickly that whenever I always say that you need at least 2 lethal bombs on a team, because at least in this game, Splatoon 2 is different. But what happens in this game is like the maps are so narrow that a bomb just creates so much space.
Yeah.
Whenever you throw a bomb, it literally can cause up to like 3 people to move away from the spot. and that's just so helpful.
Yeah,
and you're not always gonna have a player up with a bomb, so it's nice to have two people.
So what about this? Like, because it might be kind of nice if we had some rules for our team that we know going in, kind of what we want for our comps. And I like what you just said, Koopa, but in addition to having two lethal bombs, I think also, unless it's very stage specific, maybe we ought to have like a mandatory, we have to have a splat bomb, for example. It's like, because the suction bomb takes too long to go off. Even if we had two suction bombs when we're trapped up on that ledge, the suction bombs take so long to go off. I mean, I don't know if they would be as effective. So a suction bomb paired with a splat bomb would have been much more effective.
First of all,
I would
think,
say on that. Oh,
yeah.
Go, Kami.
Bomb placement has got to be better for us. And two, if the point of our wanting to use lethal bombs is taking space, whether it's a splat bomb or a suction bomb, I don't think it's going to matter because our point is to get them away from where we want to be.
Yeah. So, but it isn't. So the splat bomb is designed for the splat. I mean, it's not just taking space. So the suction bomb pushes them out. The splat bomb kills them. So right. Okay. So if you combine those two, the suction bomb goes down. As they're fleeing right into the rolled splat bomb. That would be the idea of that combo.
I think also things the auto bomb or the torpedo.
Okay, yeah, Koopa had a thought on that too.
Because not only can they get lucky and get a pick once in a while, but more alert teams will say, okay, that auto bomb's following somebody. There's somebody right over there trying to shark around.
Yeah, no, those can be good too, for sure. That's a good point. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay, Koopa, what were you going to say?
Okay, so I was going to say, so jump back, I agree splat bombs are helpful, but the point of the bomb is not to kill. We should be trying to use our bomb to move them into a spot so our main weapons can kill them.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, yes, some maps you probably do want a splat bomb, but I don't know if it's necessary for all of them.
Okay, fair enough. And combined with what Kamikaze just said, he's right. Torpedoes and auto bombs are homing bombs, and so it tells us where they are, which is kind of part of the point of flushing them out too.
I agree. I think auto bombs do count as a lethal bomb. They definitely are. Torpedoes, I could go either way because they don't make you move. They just make you move your aim.
Right, so you can shoot it down. Yeah.
Right, but
so I could. It
shows where they are.
Yeah, I could go either way on torpedoes for that.
Personally. Yeah, it would show where they are in that moment, I guess. But they don't really have to move. You're right. They don't actually have to move with the torpedo.
Yes, but if you're say your teammate's in a one-on-one fight and you can distract the other person's aim while they take the pick.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love torpedoes.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, whenever I'm talking about the point of lethal bomb is to make people move, torpedo does not technically do that. I guess some weapons they can. Like if you're using a charger, you're gonna have to move.
Right. So the point would be if you have the torpedo, it wouldn't necessarily count as one of your two lethal bombs, but there's nothing wrong with having a splat bomb, a suction bomb, and a torpedo on the comp.
I would say for the most part, yes. I think there are some rare cases where you could use it as one of your lethal bombs, like maybe on Mako Mart. I can see it like that on Mako Mart because it's a little bit wider. So, but yeah, right. I think it typically would count as like a third. That makes sense.
I say, if I'm going to backline with a splatling, I mean, the only one that has any effective bomb is the vanilla ballpoint. But I think having the fizzy bomb with it is just as horrible because I got to stop and charge it to use it properly.
Yeah, so I think
I agree.
So I think that's the point, is that the rest of the comp has to sort of make up for that. I'm always probably going to have a lethal bomb. So you can count on that. You can pretty much count on that for me. I don't like not having a bomb.
Perfect. Yeah.
So then it's Koopa and Hinata or whoever else.
What did the range blaster have that you played? What bomb did it have?
So both of the rapid blasters I typically do not have blasters. However, range blaster has a bomb, vanilla blaster has a bomb, Luna blaster has a bomb. Both of them do.
Right.
And so I can go for some bombs. And I will say, Kamikaze, backlines should not have a bomb because, I mean, they can, but it shouldn't really count as one because you're not going to be using them really, or you really shouldn't be because you're going to be spending your time using your main weapon because it's more powerful.
Right.
Just so you know. Do not expect to have a bomb. So, like, ballpoint Nouveau is not a problem if it doesn't have a bomb. Like, it doesn't need to have one.
Well,
Mine's probably
if
better
we can
for it,
take
honestly.
space and I can use the set a couple ink mines as trap locations, like even to guard my own flank, then it can be really effective. If, like I said, I'm up on a ledge like this is not going to help us.
Yeah.
All
That's exactly. So, yeah, jump back. Thank you for having bombs.
Yeah,
we really appreciate that, team.
Well,
and I will try to work on
I love using the splat bombs really as a kill weapon, but I'm glad that you're pointing out that that's not really what they're supposed to do, because anything that helps guide my play style a little bit better, I appreciate. One of the things I noticed from watching the Clams match, for example, is I do some redundant things. And if I know my teammate is already doing the job, it frees me up to be more effective in another role. So, like in Clams, when we were defending the bridges, the bridge on the right, it was a ship shape cargo.
Right.
And the Dynamo had it. I mean, our Dynamo player had that defended. Like, I wasn't going to defend it any better than he was. So I didn't need to be over there. I actually should have been looking for a place either underneath the bridge where I could be flanking or looking to pick somebody off or something instead of just being there also. And I think that's the kind of stuff that I need to learn how to do routinely, just to help our team be far more effective.
Right.
Hello.
That's really smart.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Can you see
I just got home from work.
Awesome. We just started.
Exhausted.
You okay?
Just tired, but I'm watching the stream on my phone, but I'm gonna switch it to my iPad so I can see a little bit better.
All right. Sounds good.
How are you guys doing? What did I miss?
Nothing. We're just discussing strategy, comps, how not to get in a situation like this where we're just pushed back to the ledge and nothing to do except constantly die or wait for them to knock us out.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking about weapons comp, actually, quite a bit.
What weapons do you like to use? I know you like to use the blah blah, which is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
I've been practicing. I really like the 52 gal. I'm pretty good with that when I'm in the mindset, so I'm working on that. I'm working on 52, the jet squelcher, the I see it in my head. Not the splatter shot junior, but the other one, the pink.
Oh, the
splat bombs and the triple strike.
Yes.
Okay,
the
tech.
Yeah, T-Tech. Yeah.
T-Tech. I'm working on the T-Tech. And then if I ever have to use a roller, I think the flat roller, I'm better with that one. And then I like the blasters, and I'm trying to get back to the Pro, because I used to use that a lot in S2.
Yeah, I like
the Pro. Take one of the Booyah Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a roller, comp of the roller would be good because you see a lot of people using them just to get up under ledges and flick and just deny space. That's another thing. It's not just about taking space, it's about denying space too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A roller can be so effective on a team, without question. That's why I was trying to convince Mathwub to just main a roller because he's good at them.
Yeah.
it's like we could really use a roller.
Now, there's a tech with a 52 gal I saw on a YouTube short that I'm going to try for throwing them up on ledges. Is if you look straight down and throw the thing, it will actually throw the the wall up on ledges.
Yes, I usually throw it on the tower to protect people, but then sometimes I bounce it wrong and it misses, but I've been practicing.
Right. Yeah, 52 cal is a good frontline weapon.
So we were talking about trying to make sure our comps always have at least 2 lethal bombs. And so we were talking about how to get to that, because Kamikaze, when he's backlining, is not going to have a bomb.
Not really.
I always do have a lethal bomb because I'm pretty much the V-shot or the T-Tech. Those are my my go-to weapons. I can play other things, but those are the ones I like to play. And Koopa has some options for bombs. And so we're asking you to see if you had some options that are bombs, and it sounds like you do.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Bombs. I'm better with splat bombs, especially if I have to get, like I said, I'm getting back to working with the T-Tech, but before the T-Tech came out, it was just a Splatter Shot Junior with the splat bombs. I was really good with it. Like, I could figure out where people were going and just get them.
Yeah. So I like doing it that way too. But so in this particular game that we're watching, we're talking about once they had wiped us and they were able to go in, we actually couldn't stay up on the ledge very easily. I guess the Bloblobber has so your Bloblobber gave us a little something there, but we're saying we only had the suction bomb. We didn't have any other bombs.
That's true.
And so that made it really tough for us to get back in.
Was this Mako Mart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so hard. Yes. Nightmares about that one. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, then. So do you want to keep going with this one, go to the next match? Because I think we pretty much evaluated the snot of this one.
This one is just a comp issue, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and we can once we play more map modes in open and stuff, we can literally each match experiment, see which works better and stuff, and that'll be so nice.
Right.
Yeah, and we can talk about little beginning strats that we want to use. It doesn't mean the whole match is going to go that way, but it's sort of like if we know ahead of time where each of us likes to position on a particular map, we'll know how to best help each other either get there or defend there or what have you. Because
at least help the beginning, so we can get a really good start. If we know exactly where everyone's going to go at the beginning, that's really helpful, because that sets us up for a good start, which can set us up for a good rest of the match.
Like that when I did the flank on Brinewater, the beginning stages of that were fine, but I didn't let anybody know I was even going to do that. so I got to kind of call that out.
Well, do you want to? Scorch and Ship Shape. Do you want to do a little recon on those stages real quick? Then jump into some.
Sure. Do we need to recon it, or do you want to just jump into some open and go as we kind of go and talk about where we want to play?
Honestly, I'm fine with either. They both can work depending on what. If we just want to work with weapons as well as the stage, do open. But if we're trying to figure out the lay of the map, we can go to recon.
I like to do recon just because I'm noticing there's some areas that I'm not taking advantage of that I could as a blobber.
Okay. Yeah, let's do some recon and talk about it.
I'll open up a private battle. I'm gonna set a password.
Oh yeah, let me turn mine on. Let me log on. I thought we were just watching videos today. I didn't even turn it on.
Okay. 0210 is the password.
0210?
Yes.
0210.
And I'm going to have to work hard at practicing both docked and handheld, because unless we are in competition and I've set aside the time ahead of time, it looks like I'm kicked off of land use.
no.
Unless I set it up ahead of time, because it just shuts down too much going on in the house.
Yeah, it's...
So, which is fine. It's just I need to get back to being halfway decent at handheld. That's all I used to do. So I got to get back to that. But then I also got to make sure I do docked once in a while, because I don't want to lose my ability to do that.
Right.
Because definitely when we're doing competitions, I want to be on the LAN. So I'm not DCing and DQing myself.
Oh wait, I forgot the password.
0210.
I'm sorry, I'm coming in.
That's how tired I am. I can't even remember 4 numbers. Ugh. I've been working really hard these past 2 days. My brain is just, I'm done. I'm so done.
At least tomorrow is Sunday, so you can rest then.
Whew. I still have to work, but it hopefully won't be as hard.
Actually...
Sorry, I'm gonna go as fast as I can, but I gotta do one thing.
Okay, as far as comps go, what are we doing for this stage?
I'll go whatever you guys don't want to go, because I can flex to midline or frontline, bombs or no bombs, whatever.
Like, I can go vanilla ballpoint to have the inkjet for Rainmaker.
Inkjet is really good.
Alright, let's flex the ballpoint. We'll have something with drop roller.
I'm in.
Alright.
You don't even need to bring out the weapons we're gonna use just yet, I don't think. You can just look at the map and see what works and what doesn't work. All of the things.
Is Rainmaker what we're playing for open? Is that on the next rotation?
It's what's on now.
Oh, it's on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got like an hour and 20 minutes for it.
Oh, gotcha.
Can't put us all on Team Alpha? That sucks.
No, yeah.
Alright. Right. I'll work myself to the other side of the map so we can work on positioning. Where I'll show you where I like to be and where it'd be good places for you guys. I think a good should we build our strat from the back line forward or from the front line back?
Depends on the spot. Like, probably what we want to do is figure out where we want to put you in a push, and then, yes, I guess wherever you are. Most likely.
Alright. Now give me a minute.
Or
Give me a second to get to the other side and I'll show you. Just So weird with no music.
I know.
Alright.
Right, just meet mid.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, wow, you have reach.
Yeah,
See,
96.
if we're either going to get up here on the antenna, that's probably where I'm going to like to be first. I can hit the bubble from here and cover the two approaches.
See, I like
And
to put my
another-
sprinkler next to it because it helps with the bubble. So I always throw my sprinkler.
Right.
True,
Because
that's
see, it
smart.
can pop it by itself. And y'all
Hey,
not even
Tommy?
worry about
Oh.
it.
Yeah. Since you
Yes.
are a ball point, you're talking about run speed, so you can go on these grates and just zip around, and whenever we start pushing, instead of going right there,
Right.
just get on one of these grates, and you can just get rid of anyone in mid. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there you go.
Some
you
of
go.
my stacks do stack a lot of run speed, and some of them do not. But right now,
Yeah.
I'm.
Okay, so what's the best direction to take the Rainmaker? Do y'all prefer going
Well, it
up
depends
the,
on like if we've got advantage, like say it actually is you got 3-1, go straight across.
Yeah.
You know, unless that.
Well, actually, this way is faster. Going right is faster than going left. So I think we should pretty much always go right, unless they just have this like completely blocked off, and we can maybe get a.
Right. Because if I can.
which
back
one
the-
gives you points faster? Like if we go straight across, does
right.
that give us the fastest?
Go on the right side. We'll give you more points faster. Yeah.
Going straight across the crate?
No, going right. Going to
Really?
the right checkpoint. Yeah, this one is faster. You will get. Yep, this is the one pretty much every single competitive team uses. I've seen the other way maybe once. Like,
And you don't
very
get
rarely is it ever used.
more points?
Yeah, because it's actually slower, and you're more exposed on left.
That's
So,
true. That's true.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, like, whichever way we're as far as when we actually do a push, you're fine. This is just practice. Let me know, because if you're going, one, let's wait to, have numbers and have a couple specials ready before we push, because if I'm doing this weapon, Inkjet is great for pushing.
So is rain. When would y'all? Okay, that's my question. When is the best time that you want me to throw rain? As a defense or more for offense? Because it works.
It's going to depend. If we're getting pushed back, we gotta have defense. But
Okay.
if it's even, save it for offense.
Okay.
So typically rain's good at a time whenever people aren't really moving around. So like maybe like once we get checkpoint or something, or I think this is a checkpoint, throw rain there because like we're gonna stay over here for a little bit to get the Rainmaker back.
Because you know, you remember when we played one time? I used the rain to cover you as you were going towards the final checkpoint to kind of.
Yeah. That's perfect.
cover
Like,
your
the best
path.
to use it.
So
Yeah.
I've been using it for that, but I wanted to know,
Yeah, that's like the best way you can use it. Just like somewhere where you know they're gonna be, because a lot of times what happens is if you don't know that, you just pop rain and then the fight shifts somewhere else.
Yeah, they go
So
around
then
it.
range is useless. Yep.
Alright.
So just get used to like when like you used rain before, so whenever like it causes more people to move.
Yeah. Alright, let's do the other map real quick. It's ship shape, right? Yeah.
Ship shape is only one way you can go. Well, I mean, I think you did the right, but mainly you have to go to the left.
I think the right one's faster. I think it's typically used right.
You don't miss
Could be wrong, but
If you
I used to know all of these. I'm pretty sure you go right most of the time, unless they have a lot of defense on a right stack.
No,
Oh, you're waiting for me?
I think.
Sorry.
And,
No, you're-
yeah, you're the first one checked in. Alright.
But in reality, it doesn't matter too much whichever one you choose. In this case, because actually that's not true. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, yeah, the right is correct.
Oh, this is hilarious. I'm like, people aren't letting me talk. I'm like, because I'm muted. I'm muted this whole time.
Oh no! I read
So-
so quiet, but I didn't think about that.
There's 3 different ways to go on ship shape. Okay? And so, well, not for mid. So for the first checkpoint, this is the best one by far.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from here, there's different ways to go, and so from here, it's really hard to defend the quick slide up the middle. So you can do
Yes.
a quick dash up the middle. However, if they're ready for that and defending that, a quick hop up here with it is really good, and that's
Okay,
really
yeah.
good for a knockout because you can quickly slide. So this is the same thing as like with hagglefish. You know how you have that quick slide up on top. Same thing, instant points, and then you have a lot of different options to getting to the final push there.
Okay, I never thought about doing that little jump. See, this is why I want to do recon.
Now, I'll say, can you guys see where I am over here?
Where are you?
Oh, I see you.
Okay, this is where I like to set up, because if I'm playing backline, I can cover
Oh, yeah.
across and cover this area here.
Yeah.
But see, that's something I need
So,
to...
whenever
If
we
you,
push Kami, we're gonna be pushing through here. Either you're gonna have, and you probably don't have the Rainmaker typically, but if you don't, would you try to set up like over here, or would you like to set up over here on these grates and just kind of do a?
well, if we're pushing
Off
straight
angle.
across, it's still getting me good position to support, because I can cover.
So we'll
Okay.
defend. So I'll defend. So my bomb throwing then will defend the right stack since that's where you like to go. That'll be good. So anyone trying to sneak up on you on right stack,
Right.
I can keep some suction bombs over there. See, like that. Boom. And by the way, you can't see those. On the clams game that I was watching the replay of, I got hit by a suction